started out this channel, I was doing it kind of with the hopes of helping some people out. First, my fellow mech warriors, regardless of faction or style of play. If you're a fan of the game, you're definitely a friend of mine. Secondly, some good causes. And lastly, maybe, just maybe, myself. I'm not betting on it too much, but hey, even mercs get lucky, right? So, tonight we are trying to render some assistance to probably one of the most beleaguered battle mechs in all of BattleTech history. The Rifleman. Is it a bad mech? Okay, I'm the kind of guy that actually looks at all mechs and can basically say, alright, well maybe it's a little misconfigured or unbalanced, but there's no such thing as a bad mech, you know? Well, some mechs are more difficult than others, and what makes the Rifleman really interesting is if it was used the way it was meant to be used, it isn't a bad mech. You see, canonically, the Rifleman was not meant to be used against other mechs. It was actually meant to be a dedicated anti-aircraft platform. No lie, look it up. Helicopters, air attack, barnstormers, don't matter what it is. If it's in the air, that's what the Rifleman was actually made to do. The second issue with the design is it was in use during the golden age of the Star League, when there were massive supply trains behind every individual company. And in those times, this mech would never be alone. It would have two trucks parked right behind it. The first truck, a coolant truck. Okay, coolant truck. Why a coolant truck? Good question. Because being hooked up to the coolant truck grants a bonus to the battle mech's cooling, basically equivalent to the amount of heat sinks it natively carries. The second truck that was meant to be hooked up to this thing's backside was an ammo truck. So, let's pop under the hood real quick. And yeah, there isn't much to look at here. Part of the problem too, right? So yeah, without the supplies, without the support, this thing is doomed to suffer. The three biggest known problems with this mech is, first of all, armoring. It actually wears the same amount of armor as a bone stock trebuchet. Yeah, we're talking minimally armored for a medium mech on a heavy mech. First mistake. Second mistake, the cooling system. Just can't handle what those large lasers can put out, especially if you use both of them. And lastly, ammunition capacity. We got a lot of DACA, and 1 ton is not going to last very long with a lot of DACA. So, don't worry, because tonight, New Avalon has some pretty good solutions, and we were blessed with some battle ROM footage that matches it. Okay, and just a forewarning, tonight we are doing things a little differently. First of all, there's no script for this video. It's kind of like a review style, because I did these runs as tests just to see if we really fix things, and yeah, I did. You ever had one of those moments where the computer was like, oh, you think you're gonna do that or get away with that? Well, yeah, the first one was definitely a case of that. There's actually two solutions for the rifleman I'm going to be presenting tonight. The first one is called the marksman. The second one is the marksman carcinogen. In case you don't know what the carcinogen means, look up BattleTech lore. Anyways, The other thing that's different tonight is I have a little bit of help. I have my star pupil. Say hello.
Bad news, Commander. Extreme weather
This is
conditions
DJ,
means
my
you'll be
son,
dealing with
and
limited
because he's
visibility
usually
and
the source of
compromised
all
sensors on
the
this
noise
mission.
that keeps me from being able to record anything near remote decent audio, I decided, you know what? Maybe I should just bring him into it. So here we are. Now you remember the rules, DJ?
No farting noises.
Okay, yeah, just keep the conversation to mix. You can talk a little bit about cars. I know you kind of wander and mix the two. Okay?
Okay, so guys, let me tell you about the Crown Vic. The Crown Vic is built on a truck frame that's been turned into a car frame. Even though
Very interesting, DJ.
yeah, it is very interesting. But I know, yeah.
Why don't you tell him about Jenny?
Yeah, but Jenny is a pretty good car, such a good
No, I meant the mech.
yeah, the mech. Mech. I know. The Jenny mech is actually made by the Worcester. I know.
No. It was made by Hollis. The same people that did the Battle Mask.
Same people that did the Battlemasters.
Yeah. Jenny, in case you're wondering, that's actually the hero version of the catapult that's based on the Curidan version of the catapult. So it's like all direct fire energy weapon support. And he painted it up to look like Jenny, who was a calico cat we used to have. Right?
Yeah.
Anyways, can you do me a favor and go get my coffee? Please,
Sure.
thank you. Awesome. So, as he's doing that, and we're still waiting on getting the board set up for tonight, I'm just kind of giving you a taste through the windows there of what to expect. I kind of got stuck making 2 editions of this thing, and the reason why was it, like a lot of other mechs, this thing's got roots. It is a DACA mech. Its predominant armaments that's known for are twin AC5s. So, kind of wanted to preserve that, because you know what? DACA ain't bad. It's not bad, especially if it's rapid and accurate. Second thing too was it does have large energy slots, and we can use those, but the problem is in stock configuration, they're almost unusable.
So, the MechWarrior 5 is a pretty good mech
That's
game.
not...
Yeah, pretty good game. And now, and oh god, I think there was a TV show about it. Yeah.
You know, because you see me watching it, you're like, how did you get a cartoon on the laptop? Well, thank you, Sarna. And also thank you, the Helm Memory Core channel. That is an awesome playlist. Anyways, into details. If you don't have access to ultra auto cannons, don't worry. Just substitute an AC5 burst fire. Really, the ultra auto cannons in this game had their thunder stolen by them by the burst fire. Because instead of doing just the regular auto cannon shot but a double tap, which is weird because that's what they did in MechWarrior 4, they decided to make it do this like 3-4 round burst thing. And yeah, for a ton more, you're getting a point, maybe 2 points more damage, and maybe a little more rapidity. And you can do that cool fire during the cooldown, but it still had its thunder stolen, I feel. The damage just isn't there. It used to be pinpoint, now it's spread. And here's a good setup in case you're a human pilot. We got the medium lasers and the arms separated, so in case we need to shoot something way above or way below. And then, of course, there's no arms to actually physically combat, so let's just turn that into an Alpha Strike option. And now we're gonna get dressed up, painted up, and ready to roll out. What's up, DJ?
The Battlemaster of all good. It's like the best mech ever.
And you're probably sick of seeing pictures of that thing all over this laptop for the past probably like what 3-4 weeks almost. It's amazing to think that as crappy as it turned out, it was still like kind of livable. I apologize for the length of that thing too. I did not mean for that thing to turn out in 2 hours. Matter of fact, when I had Windows read the script out loud, it only took it like 1 hour and 20. I don't know what happened, I guess.
Attention. Prepare for BattleTech departure. Warning. Hangar doors open. Stand clear.
Yep, we're ready to roll right in.
I love this.
Online. Weapons online.
Okay, we're going.
Oh, and we got lightning. Yeah, this is gonna be epic.
Right into the thick of it,
Yeah,
Commander.
really
Help
epic.
each other hold back the tide of the enemy
Alright,
advance as long as possible,
so
and then get the hell out of there. We
first
will be
thing
on
we need
standby
to do
waiting
is
for your
scrape them off,
extraction.
Jim.
Good hunting.
Move to the commander.
I just took out one of their components.
I also picked the Martian for this because I wanted it to be a heat test, but not a heat stress. But, truth be told, DACA mechs tend to do really good in the first biomes anyway, just because they are inherently cooler. But that was actually another problem this mech suffered from, because it was supposed to have a friggin' coolant truck tied up all out. And if you were gonna have any hope of using those large lasers, you had to have that. It's kind of an interesting thing to see died out in the series too. There's a lot of support. You don't see them very often anymore. Because, yeah, you need something on the field that can do damage. That's the fact of the matter. Even Team Bonsai, as good as they are, their coolant truck guy got lucky. Seriously, look at that incident. How does a coolant truck driver get a hold of a Grand Dragon all of a sudden? Well, there was a story, sir. Alright, and one of my crew just finally polished off that last guy, I think.
So, I know about this game that he plays.
Keep it to MechWarrior.
MechWarrior is like a game where it's like,
On the move.
Are you talking about the one on the laptop?
yeah,
Commander,
Yeah,
you've got
that's
the
Mega
enforced
Mech.
attention. They are converging
Yeah,
on your
that's
position.
awesome,
Brace for
because
hostile contact.
what that is the original board game, but now on a computer. So you don't have miniatures, you don't have, piles of maps, you don't have piles of record sheets, you don't have dice rolling around everywhere. I think that's cool. Microsoft actually gave them a license and said, you know what, screw it. I have a feeling once they hit version 1.0, they might just get an offer or something. But they're still, like, just now getting halfway there, and it's been 20 years, God bless them.
Enemy reinforcements
Alright,
spotted in
and
the area. They
now
look like
the
they're
game
heading
is
away.
about to get real. In case you guys are wondering, what I'm doing is I'm looking for some real good high ground where I can see everywhere and nobody and nothing can get dropped directly behind me. And I just found it.
On you, commander.
Another cool thing to note about the performance of these things, in the tabletop game, they did have a port that gave them a bonus against aircraft targets. An anti-aircraft port, literally. I genuinely feel that was preserved in the virtual incarnations, at least on MW5 here, because, yeah, anytime this thing takes shots at VTOLs, it's unnaturally good. You just put the crosshairs on the box and the mech literally does the rest.
Waiting for orders, Commander.
Alright, we made it. We're gonna spread out our people. I don't mind the crab chilling by me. I love crab mechs, and that one's made for direct fire roll. We're fixing to do. Yeah, we are seriously establishing sniper country. We got Wolverine and clicking a cord out, a trebuchet. I don't know what he's doing, but yeah. I'm elite level like that, son. Sorry. Click and a half out, and I'm dousing him with DACA. Yeah. You love it? I love the ballistics in the game. I'm so glad they have the real ballistics in there. The Gauss rifles are phenomenal. They have an accuracy, and it's true to physics too. Their projectile speed is insane. It gives them such a flat arc too, even going out to 1.5 kilometers. It's running cool as a cucumber. We got plenty of rounds still coming. The issue of ammunition has been solved, and the issue of heat doesn't yet be tested. You're gonna get to see that a little later on here. Must have just hit his gun just enough to take it offline. That's cool.
Engaging commander's target.
Knock it up.
Looks like you've got her
Lots of
attention.
kind of mech.
I'm showing multiple.
No, DACA is not kind of. Well, it is a kind of unofficially speaking. Look at that. Alpha strike with 4 medium lasers. You know that. Ooh, that was just enough, too. Okay, guys, tighten up. Yeah, see that? VTOLs are useless when these things around. So if you're ever expecting a VTOL drop, this might be something worth taking. Or the carcinogen, depending on how you feel. But yeah. It actually adapts to an all-energy lifestyle just fine if you plan it out just right. There is an intro tech carcinogen that's all basic. It performs pretty good, but the Renaissance powered one is definitely what you're gonna see later because, yeah, it can embarrass someone, seriously. He is a javelin.
Got it. Engaging. Copy. Acquiring target. Commander.
overheated enough to shut down.
Bad news, Commander. More hostiles.
And that was
inbound on
after,
your position.
what, like
Get ready for
almost
some
6,
company.
7 consecutive alpha strikes, full DACA, 4 medium lasers. It's not ideal, but it is a decent spread if you don't mind the lack of pinpoint. And one thing's for sure, 4 medium lasers is always a threat. I mean, look at the Battle Master and the Electric Hunchback. I mean, the 6, it's just pushing the heat envelope so hard. I really recommend against the full 6. Oh, this is,
Reforming on you,
yeah,
Commander.
partisan. We're out sniping a partisan. Yeah, a click and a half. And he's stopping dead. I'm not sure what's going on here. I think he's actually got to pass a morale check roll or something. Because he's getting out sniped so hard. He's like, Commander, I really don't think we should be doing this.
Yeah, Commander, I don't think we should be doing this kind of war. Like, I know, it's like, I know some kind of guy, I know more the bad guys in MechWarrior look like bad guys, like they're evil.
Truth be told, I wouldn't say there's actually a whole lot of evil. 'Cause let's be real, guys. The joke is, all the fights in BattleTech are property disputes, and yeah, there's actually a lot of. What's funny too, you go back through a lot of the novels too. It's like that's kind of backed up, but there's one other alternative you'll see available, and that's just the classic revenge tale, which is funny because that's basically all the video and the computer games right there. Except maybe like the clan-based ones, because, you know, they're just wrapped up in the whole, you know, Crusader Warden kind of split. MechWarrior 2 was awesome. That was a huge breakthrough to like really get into these things in first person. You have to actually work out firing and where am I going? What are you doing? What is going on? Why isn't this guy dead yet? You know? Glad to see tradition.
Additional contacts just cross the perimeter, Commander.
And this
Expect
partisan
company
is
soon.
still part. Like, no. Oh! I guess he finally got told, no, you drop it in drive or go commit seppuku. That's okay. He's gonna have, oh, he had covering elements, but, yeah, oof. Sad part is, I didn't even deal with that, my team did. Okay, and we are down to the final 3. What do we got? A seriously wounded and demoralized partisan. And what looks like it's probably going to be another quick draw and... Oh no, we've upped our game. A Thunderbolt and a Centurion AH. Ooh, okay, we going out with some boom boom. Okay, respect. Bring it.
New target Thunderbolt.
Divide my peeps
Moving
up.
on, Lance target.
You ain't gonna get me, Commander.
This coming from the one guy in the room whose only battle mech kill is an urban mech so far.
Kill.
Tell him about Jenny and the timings of Jenny and that crew I made out for you.
That crew that I took Jake with, that crew was super awesome. I almost like beat down like 2 people. And that was only one that was gonna go. That few fucking Macy Monte. And that cute girl's
DJ.
Take the target.
Okay. Settle down. Settle down. You've been listening to my Rammstein, haven't you? Okay.
Falling on you, Commander.
It's not the only thing I let him listen to. He's actually very musically inclinated. He likes to sit right behind me while I play and just hum along to the soundtrack. Okay. Somebody go clean that up for me.
No, I won't clean it up for you. Come in.
There we go. Yeah, they did. They cleaned them up good.
From here on out, we're racking up bonus pay.
No, I think we've proven our point, Rihanna. We're gonna go ahead and pack it in. And yeah, hey, we kept Daka alive the whole time. I think we're around like about half a ton of ammo left. But this was insane because it was literally almost about 20 minutes of straight trigger time. The stock rifleman would barely give you a minute before it passed out. Plus, we only overheated this once. And speaking of the last problem, what's about to happen, yeah. Remember that back armor issue that it had? Armor so paper thin, one hit could actually dismember it, or possibly, yeah, trigger an ammo explosion. Well, that big boom, I just got shot in the back with an AC-20. It's rough, but we're still walking away. And boom, the other side just got hit by a freaking hunchback, another AC-20. So, we at least beefed up the back armor, definitely plenty enough to deter that issue from happening again. And let's review the numbers. I love hard data like numbers. Ooh, 10-to-1 damage ratio almost. Tied for top kills, most vehicles, king of air too. Like I said, this thing gets a legit bonus in that department. And yeah. Up next, I'm gonna go ahead and pop in the Marksman Carcinogen Edition. And remember, the one you're gonna see here is the Renaissance version, not the basic version. Gotta love double heat sinks. They really, 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 really let you have your cake and eat it too. And let's see, what am I doing? Where am I going? That's the basic. The cooling factor is actually just enough to really keep the PPCs lit. And here's a quick little peek under the hood for you too, in case you want to try it out. And this is actually just showing you where the idea came from, the Palawan purple crab. And that thing is, yeah, that is a little nightmarish game changer. I kind of wish they give us the Night Channers DLC sometime. That would be pretty dope.
Now, we're setting up for this. So we're setting up for this. We're setting up for this battle mech killing. I know all these battle mechs. You gotta rechange your underthing. I know what you gotta do, and you gotta something, and I know what the thing. The demon kid says that he wants to drive a battle mech, but
No demon kid here. You keep that on your channel, okay?
like, and it's like the demon kid don't make no sense. Like, why do you have to make videos?
So anyway, as you see, those double heat sinks, yeah, maximum armor on this thing. I'm running a 25-75 split. That's actually kind of traditional for Fed Sun stuff anyway, unless you're in the Crucis March. Then it's actually a 33-66. It goes over by, I think, about like a 4.4 of a ton, so I trimmed it off the legs there. Feel free to redistribute that however you want. But we did bring back some DACA, and I brought it back in the form of machine guns. And it's because machine guns are actually a real unspoken hero in this game. Point 1, DPS, insane. Point 2, if you need to wreck real estate, once again, insane. The only caveat to this is, once again, limited range. I kind of wish they would have gotten like a ghost boost and like been allowed to creep out the 300-400 meters. Just because that's like a real life kind of thing. But, yeah. They are actually an unsung weapon in this game, and anyone packing them, respect, because, yeah, you probably already know what I just told you. And we're gonna set things up differently this time. We're gonna, instead of running from the dragon, charging forth unto the dragons. And, yeah, we're gonna be doing a raid, same biome, too. So remember, the Martian biome, it's not as stressful as some of the others, but it's definitely not friendly. It's when the temp gauge actually natively wants to stay up. And, yep. Get done signing these. We're just 5 tons under limit. That's a good place to be, especially if you're out in the field making that dough. Oh, yeah, glad I caught that. This is actually the programming I have for the AI. Listing the PPCs by themselves actually delays the heat spike, and they can shoot it reasonably fast enough in chain that it's not an issue. They still get the damage on target. But, yeah. I'll probably do a separate video just how to deal with the AI. And what I'm doing here is setting up so I can actually fire the arms individually. As you can see, I do something similar for this guy. And the AI actually follows that prescription remarkably well. Yep, the bottom set is the left, the top set is the right. I have no idea how or why weapons get listed. I finally figured out the pattern, and that's how it works, and that's why I actually stopped here, because I was thinking to myself, do I have this right? Yes, I do.
So, something I know about the best deal of all this, the war challenge basically, like, why do they overheat?
They overheat basically because of the weapons. All weapons are gonna produce heat. Other tools can too, but truth be told, not to a significant enough degree that it's gonna cause them any kind of stress. There are canonically mechs that have things like plasma and spot welders. Those are used in construction and repairs. There's also a handful of other equipments too that generate heat but aren't weapons. Things like communications gear. But long story short, they generally don't put out enough heat to actually stress the mech out enough, especially if its sole purpose is to be using that equipment. But the main reason why battle mechs overheat in application is due to the weapons. And in order, the hottest weapons are going to be the energy weapons, followed by the missile weapons, followed by the ballistic weapons.
Target acquired.
LRMs are definitely worse than SRMs, typically. But SRMs do come close to mimicking a lot of ballistic weapons, just the range is questionable.
Yeah, but the overheating process is no up to us.
No, you know what overheating is from? Pilot error. You just pushed it way too far. And at that point, you're kind of left, this is the distinction between a good mech and a bad mech. And the rifleman in its original incarnation, it was improperly tuned to operate without support. That's how I will diagnose that mech, in my professional opinion. It's not a bad design, it was just poorly tuned. Because it's a dinosaur. It's a leftover of Starleague eras from basically the Roman Empire days, These vast armies that had vast logistical trains. So after surveying the train and figuring out where, After surveying the terrain, wow, that's a tongue twister. The train of the terrain. Yeah, try that one out. So, we're gonna find some high ground, and we're gonna get a peek at our first objective, or at least attempt thereof. And yeah, speaking of overheating, this is gonna be the one that could have those issues, but we're gonna see just how well we solve that. Another thing that's definitely appreciable is the up armoring. This thing's literally almost carrying, I think it's like within like 3/4 of a ton of armor, close to a Thunderbolt. Those things are, yeah, they come from the factory fully laden.
Tank spotted.
That's actually a solid mech too. I hate to say it, but some of the Capella mechs are real gems. They tried to really min-max some stuff, I don't blame them.
Yeah, I know.
We are making contact. Ooh, let me add him. Ooh! PVC to the right side engine. Bye-bye.
All these mechs are red. Because the whole planet's
Well, yeah, I camouflage. That way, if they're out of range or in a situation where, the radar or other sensors can't detect them, and all the other side is left with just their eyeballs, that's one last line. Yeah, camouflage is meant to work against your eyeballs. And it's actually a valid thing to do, especially in MechWarrior Online. Yeah, seriously, if you're a sniper, that camo can really save you. You land in Gossip, 2 clicks out, and nobody knows where it came from. Yeah, you're elite. Or at least well-skilled, well-smart, and of considerable veteran status.
Hostile spotted. Engaging.
Where they at? Bring them back.
Target neutralized.
Target acquired. Target destroyed. Target acquired.
So, I know
Eliminated.
MechWarriors, but why do, like, the bad guys have the red spot?
Target acquired.
Okay. First of all, the mech warriors are the pilots inside of the battle mechs. The battle mechs are the big machines. Okay. Second of all, BattleTech takes place in a very realistic setting. And truth be told,
Commander.
a lot of people have access to the same stuff. And if they don't have access to necessarily the same stuff, at least something of similar origin. Because you gotta remember, these battle mechs aren't necessarily made by governments or militaries. They're made by private companies and corporations, too. And some of them are even made by private people. There's actually gladiators on a planet called Solaris 7. And they build their own mechs and fight each other just for money and fame. And yeah, it's actually an awesome place to test out designs before you unleash them out into the field for actual conflict. God, when I was playing MechWarrior 4, I didn't have my playtime Solaris. Legit. Just cause like every few story missions I'd stop and I'd be like, okay, I need to really catch up on some stuff. I'd go to Solaris, I'd start tuning mechs, I'd start developing new strategies, really, getting the most I could out of everything, including even myself.
Pulling in for information, sir.
I think they got it on Sarna. Sarna.net. That is the #1 source on the internet for everything and anything BattleTech and MechWarrior related.
Is it like the girl that's still nests or?
No. It's a website, okay? And it's like, you know Wikipedia? You know the website I get like the pictures for the ancient Chinese generals and like the airplanes from? It's like that website. It's like a giant super encyclopedia / dictionary. And it's everything and anything BattleTech and MechWarrior related. Shout out. They are an awesome site. And wow, this is a terrifically unsupported bonsai charge. And that's why I put the machine guns on this thing, because yeah, it doesn't matter what you're throwing sometimes. As long as you're throwing something, just keep swinging. Hey, you broke a rule. It was one of the first rules. No, it wasn't be quiet. It was no farts. Alright.
We're heading that way, sir.
One more time and you gotta leave. Alright. I better not hear another fart. And hey, I'm serious, okay? Farts are funny sometimes, but you need to lay off of them sometimes. Okay? Speaking of lay off, I think the Curidan forces have finally laid off some now that I'm flagging on one of their highest peaks. Like, come and get some. Because, yeah, we're living the crab life right now. Speaking of crab life, let's get a good sniper in play. And I will go ahead and do the insane task of taking a direct fire support mech as tip of the spear.
Copy. Relocating.
Yeah. Y'all about to see some serious gunslinging shootout style.
Relocated and scanning for hostiles.
Hey,
Have requested location, Commander.
I heard that.
You're making me fall off again.
Well, if you had a real fart, it would have came out with that. With fake fart. It's not funny. Trying to be cute. You need to go? Then quit making noises. Are you cold? Then why don't you open up the door? Because I know it gets cold in bed. I'm kind of doing this not just, you know, because it's boring or because I'm just trying to provoke the forces to come out and engage me, but I'm also doing this just to show you how long and how hard you can push just the PPCs on this thing. And yeah, that's a straight bombardment of like a couple minutes long.
Target neutralized.
Wow. Quit it. Open the door, quit hiding under the covers, and quit making fart sounds. Okay, now that one was slightly justified, because that was a lot to come out at once, especially when you're all by yourself, but you know what? That's fine. I know what I'm doing. Sticking to the plan, I'm gonna bait them back out to where I have cover, and they're either gonna have to stick behind cover, keep eating lightning, or they're gonna have to get close. Looks like somebody wants to get close. Fortunately, I do have some backup just in case. Yeah, go ahead and get around that way. Alright. And now it's mech on mech with one Centaurian all by his lonesome self. Yep. Bring it. Come on. Come on. Nothing but dirt. Bring it. Bring it. Nothing but dirt. I really wish he had the balls to try to close in and use that AC-20. I wouldn't mind it. But he wants to turn this into a shootout. That's fine too. I'm set up for that. I'm trying to get that auto cannon off of me. Got a little lazy there. That was my bad. Well, at least most of it missed. Oh, that AC-20's it. Oh, did I get his arm? Hanging on by a thread. There it went. Alright, all he's got left is an LRM, and I don't know what his issue is. If I found just the right angling with these locks that he can't get a lock on me, or... Here, bro, I'll pop out a little bit, give you... Oh! Alright, if you want to get one lick in, now's your chance. No? Probably just got a call from the CO. Why is your mech telling you you're about to die? Oh, is he finally getting ballsy? Yeah, he's closing in. Too little, too late. Right. Anyone else?
In your shadow, Commander.
Okay. Got one objective left. I think I'm gonna throw him a slight fruit
Move to the
loop.
Commander.
Instead of continuing the approach from the same direction, I'm gonna go way more southerly. Approach along the outer ridge line. I imagine by now, if it has activated or deployed any other forces, they're all going to be up in that northeastern corner facing where I would. Looks like a possible outpost. Now we're going to get some good high ground and get a good long peek at the last friggin' stop. Oh, and we got a good view. Ooh, that's beautiful. That is beautiful. We can even get better. I already see some stuff. Ah, my crab stole it. Can't grab that one though, but that's okay. I got that one. Oh, up high. Alright, guys. Okay, cool. We got a slight kind of funneling situation going on with the terrain. You're gonna have to come up along this side here.
I'm on station, Commander.
gets caught out in the open, what do you do? This has to qualify as the world's slowest bonsai charge. And we are forced to keep these PPCs lit to the absolute limit. So you know what? Because of that, we're shifting strategy and we're going to close in with medium lasers and machine guns. And yeah, that's okay because the PPCs did plenty of work at whittling them away. There we go. End of the Irby Derby. Woo! Every time I see 3 urban mechs, that's the first thing that pops in my mind. I even say it out loud.
Landing at your location. All objectives destroyed. We are inbound on marked evac
Okay,
point.
guys, we're
Get
done
here as
playing with the
quickly as you
lizard
can,
people
Commander.
today. I have a feeling in classic Curidan tradition, somebody's going to be showing up just a little late to the party. Oh, bad idea. Bad idea. Okay.
Copy. Repositioning.
Yep, here we go.
Quick draw.
Moving to
My
mech.
brawler's in the place.
Yes, sir. On the move.
Because that whole slope is just a natural fatal plummet. Once down, that's the only way. And if there's people down there he can't do nothing about, before he comes down, he's gonna be messed up. Sorry, kid. Didn't even get to do it. Yeah, you did. Oh, look at this.
Focus fire on commander's target.
You, sir, are too little, too late. Goes the weasel. And we are done. Yes, we are.
Back it up, Commander, before more enemies arrive.
In case you didn't take screenshots, I'll find a way of posting some record sheets and whatnot in the comments or whatever I can down below for y'all. Oh, wow. Let's get almost 10-to-1 ratio. King of everything that time. And that was a raid mission, so we're on the move. Not bad. Yeah. So, I hope you enjoyed this, and I think we fixed the rifleman.